Hello, my name is Grace Winura, and welcome to Horse Pro, the channel dedicated to empowering the amateur horse enthusiast and supporting the budding professional. Today, I am delighted to be interviewing Cale Thompson, who rode at the national level in the Hunters and Jumpers, and now has moved towards the Western Pleasure and the English Pleasure in the AQHA, which is the International Quarter Horse Body. So today I'm going to interview Cale on the attitude and the changes and the differences between the hunter-jumper circuits and the quarter horse circuits. Cale, thank you very much for allowing me to interview you today.
Thanks so much for having me.
How long did you ride the hunters and jumpers in the national level of the Ontario circuit?
From 2008 through 2016.
So a long time, folks. So we have somebody with a vast amount of knowledge. And why did you decide to move towards the quarter horse realm?
When I was a junior, I did show performance horses, so it was somewhat familiar to me. But there's something to be said for learning something as an adult. So I appreciate the challenge.
And what are the differences when you decided to draw back from doing the hunter jumpers on the national circuit, the EC, the OHJA, and you decided to do quarter horse? What differences led you down that path?
The AQHA horse shows are really designed for inclusiveness, so everybody feels like they're prepared. I believe that the organizers and AQHA, they want you to want to show your horse, which sometimes I didn't feel was always the sentiment when I was showing my hunters.
And that leads me to a bit of a titchy question. What are the cost differences? Because when you say to me that the shows that you're going to now, you feel far more valued, it leads me to wonder about the monetary gain of these shows.
There is definitely a price increase for sure that I've experienced. I mean, before I had, like a low hunter and an amateur hunter, and I showed my two. So I was always showing two. I still have two that I show, but the price difference is close to double on the average.
Double in terms of the quarter horse is higher price?
Yes.
And why is that?
I think we see more judges in the same week span. Like when my hunters would move into like EMG, you move in on Tuesday and schooling classes are Wednesday. We move in Wednesday and show Thursday through Sunday or Monday. And in that time, on average, you can see up to 8 judges.
That means, folks, what Cale is saying is that quarter horse is a unique system where you could attend one physical location of a show, but they could actually be running 8 shows because they have 8 separate judging panels. So basically you're paying 8 times the amount but you only show one time but under 8 judges. So if you only had to show under one judge in one place in one area, what would the cost be?
Substantially less per one judge.
Yes.
Yeah.
So basically what Cale is saying is it's less costly to show in the quarter horse circuit. However, the cost comes in because you can choose to show under each judge that they have at that location. Now, how do the classes run? When you say that you may show Thursday to Sunday, do you do the same classes each day?
No.
Or are there varying classes?
So usually they'll, like if we were showing a super circuit and we were showing to like 8 or 10 judges, we would show, like they would split them into groups. So like you might show to the first 4 on Thursday and Friday, and then the second 6 Saturday and Sunday. So you have 2 glows at each class. So that's why they call them like a split combined circuit. So there's an overall circuit award, but then there's a split down to each show, which are your first and your second goes.
And what do you usually, when you make it and you make the top 3 or the top 8, and do they place to the top 8? Is that
place right through 10.
Right through 10. And what are your winnings? What are your earnings?
We collect points that are regulated by AQHA, similar to how the OHJA would contract it, and then that deems your eligibility. So similar to like a beginner adult amateur hunter, where you're limited to like those 4 red ribbons, and then you kind of progress out of that division for your subsequent season. In the AQHA, we would begin as like a rookie amateur or a rookie youth and then progress to a level 1. So a level 1 has accumulated more than 10 points in that category, but is then subsequent to a point range. So we accumulate those points on a per judge basis per horse in the class.
And for each point, do you earn a monetary value?
There was a monetary quality to our point system up until 2018. The last year that they paid out, it was just shy of 30 American dollars per point.
Right, so at the end of the year,
Yep.
however many points you accumulated,
Yep.
but now, of course, they don't have that anymore.
They don't anymore, no.
Right, but they still have the futurities
The national, yep.
and the incentive
And the national
funds.
snaffle bit now has taken place of the incentive fund.
Which basically means those horses that are nominated,
Yeah.
those futurities
Are eligible for the money.
earn money
Yeah.
as they do those classes and divisions. Now, what is the difference in the style of horse? So if you're doing the English pleasure and quarter horse, what is the difference in that style of horse versus a hunter under saddle class that you would see at a national level in shows?
Because we show on a breed circuit, we show for versatility. So there is a class that's designed for each type, and they are all very type specific. So what we used to show, like an adult amateur hunter, would show in an over fences category, and there is a corresponding hunter under saddle for an over fences type horse that's in that stage of their journey. Ideally, by derivative, a hunter under saddle horse would be a young horse that's progressing towards an over fence category. Their next step would be into the equitation, and then they would move into like a low professional hunter division.
And do you find that the same qualities are judged in terms of movement or look? Like, do you find the horses similar?
They're similar for sure. There are similarities, but they're judged on the stage of the career that they're at. So like a senior hunter under saddle horse would be a horse over 6 showing in the hunter under saddle category that may not jump, and his next step would be probably the equitation or the pleasure driving, where a horse that is going to progress into an over fence category, they would obviously possess those
Right.
traits that we found desirable in our adult amateur hunters, like a forward-looking step, a great expression, an interest in his job and the fence, and there is a hunter under saddle to reward types like that at our shows.
And I'm just asking you about the hunter jumper because of course that's what
Yeah,
I know.
those-
I know that
Yes.
I know that Cale also does Western, but I am not that knowledgeable about Western, so we're going to leave that. But I have one other question for you. In the hunter jumper circuit, of course, we do our national level finals, which is the Royal Winter Fair in Toronto in November. Now, you guys have Congress. What does it take to get to Congress, and where is Congress, and how large is Congress? How many horses end up being at Congress?
Congress is the largest single breed horse show in the world today. It's in Columbus, Ohio. The horse show venue is over 4 city blocks, and it's all encompassing. It's its own little world when you move in. The experience, even if you're not appreciative of the quarter horse breed itself, the experience of that horse show is something I believe everyone should experience. I think there's 3,000 stalls this year, and it runs 28 days long with 4 competitive rings showing at all times concurrently.
So what Cale's telling us is if anybody out there has a horse passion, Congress may be the way to go if you want to be introduced to the versatility of the quarter horse breed. Cale obviously is enjoying himself immensely. We hope to see Cale there. I'm going to be there this year, and I hope to see Cale there. I'd like to thank you again for giving me an overview of somebody moving from one type of showing to another type of showing, especially since we've managed to snag Cale doing yet another job of showing a horse on the line for the Lieutenant Governor's Cup qualifier towards the Royal this year. Cale, thanks again. Good luck at Congress, and I hope to see you there and interview you
For
again.
sure. I hope to see you there as well. Thanks so much.
And please remember to hit the subscribe button and hit the like icon, because the like icon does something to the algorithms whereby people who perhaps wouldn't normally receive this channel info will get it coming up on their phone. Thank you again.